Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Is there a diving bell attachment to a steam jack?
Yeah.
Oh.
She could ride Gunny under.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, she needs to get.
Cool. It'd be a breathing harness that she can.
No, she just needs to get her armor. She doesn't have her magic armor. Because that mage has armor or weapons, right? Or that character class, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they can basically become their own kind of steam jackish.
Yeah, they can become Iron Man, basically.
Yeah. So she just needs to get her own steam armor.
Hashtag life goal.
All right. I think I have done damage enough for what I need. I think I'm good otherwise.
And we'll have to get she'll have to do a little shopping or prep too when next we meet.
Yeah.
This whole time, who knew? But she's been modifying Gunny.
All right.
A monster.
Well, this should be fun. Set to sea.
It'll be fun. Piratey adventures, swashbuckling, and undead.
And we'll get her a appropriate clothing and a hooded, cloak and everything. Our passenger.
And bikini armor. Don't forget the bikini armor.
She already has that.
And you're
No,
going to
well,
know that your ship is immune to poison and psionics.
I mean,
the ship?
It should be, shouldn't it?
I mean, unless there's something we don't know about. Yeah, unless there's something we didn't know about the ship and it's a sentient ship. I mean,
I don't
psionics.
want a sentient ship.
Enter the mimic ship.
Oh God!
Oh, that would be kind of cool, though.
Yeah. As long as it's our friend and we're actually part of its symbiotic.
Oh yeah.
Like
we would
ship.
let you eat
Sick.
all the dinghies you want.
It's like ship attack. All right. I can't think of any other special anythings.
Did you get extra air canisters for your harness?
Oh my God! There's more money for that.
It's like 10 gold piece per extra canister. That just extends your time underwater.
You can't reload them.
I wonder if I study them, can I eventually craft my own?
If you rolled really well.
This stuff's set into sea.
Well,
It's
I'll have to.
expensive.
I'll need to study them and stuff so I can get advantage.
And she doesn't roll well, and all of a sudden, Carlos comes back to his quarters and sees all the bullets deconstructed.
It's-
Why would I be deconstructing bullets for the air canisters?
yeah, she's talking the air canister.
Oh, those? No, you would not be able to do the air canisters.
Why?
Because they're not alchemical concoctions, they're mechanical
It
concoctions.
said they are.
Okay, well then you're trying to justify it.
Because it's an alchemical air.
Says a small vessel of alchemical true air supply. True air to supply breathing air. So yeah. It's alchemical air.
But the mechanical
So-
part is what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
But if I already have the thing, I might be able to do.
Reload the tanks, not make the
that
tanks,
you
but
could
reload.
do. You could attempt to figure that out.
Mhm.
But also being able to make sailfish rounds would be useful.
Yeah.
And cheaper.
Well, I'm a gunsmith, so I'm sure that's
Yeah, that'd
not a
be more
problem.
There, Allie. I was thinking for the alchemical.
Yeah. That would be nice if you could provide us with air.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As long as, you don't accidentally slip in the stink bomb instead of the air. That would be bad.
So, if I study them and stuff, can I get inspiration, or should I just use my inspiration?
If you study them and Mia helps you, I would totally give you advantage. Or you could use your inspiration.
No, I will, hold on to that.
And if you look down on your character sheets, you should see Josh Ship.
And
Until
I'm
the
looking
captain
at-
decides
okay.
on the name he wants for
So-
Josh Ship.
So, are you ready for me to?
Oh, you
Ship.
want to do it now? You're doing it before you leave
Oh,
port.
So
Yeah.
we don't forget. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got some time to get all ready, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here.
go for it.
26.
You need to write down on your character sheet that you have figured out how to
Wow.
the magic recipe. Obviously, you guys didn't realize it, but Theo was like totally flirting with the scuba guy who sells the stuff and watching how they do the machine and do the alchemical liquid air to figure it out herself.
Nice. Well, I bought 2 extra tanks.
So
Yeah, I
now,
bought
in
4.
fact, she can refill them herself.
Nice.
Nice.
If she buys the ingredients.
You are an evil man. I admire it.
Which is a quarter of the price, by the way.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mhm.
Wow.
So your ship has an armor class of 14. It's a small ship, 20 feet by 10 feet. It has 100 hit points, but it has a threshold of 20, so any damage under 20 you just ignore. It has a speed of 6 miles per hour, or 144 miles per day.
And how
It
far
is
are we going?
Is immune, according to your charts. We're still waiting for our captain to do the full navigation to figure that out. Because remember, he didn't know much about the location when he saw the map, so he's like, Your ship is immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, incapacitated, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, stunned. You have...
I should hope so.
I was going to say, that's funny.
Your ship does require a minimum of 20 people to work it. Just keep noting that.
It's got a crew of 10 and a maximum of 20. How could it?
I'm gonna
Well,
say.
10 is the minimum, 20 is the max. So if you have less than 10 crew, the ship's going to be in a hard place.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see. To operate all 3 sails, it requires a minimum of 5 crew. Your ship has 10 tons of tonnage or cargo. And it is immune to poison and psychic damage. And the ship's speed decreases by 1 when sailing into the wind and increases by 1 when sailing with the winds.
But it can suffer emotional damage, so stop yelling at it.
Of course. And the ship does currently have 4 working 12-pound cannons, which do 4d12 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And
Nice.
of course, if you don't have a full group of 5 men crewing the cannon, well, then it does half the damage.
Wait, what?
You need a crew working the cannons. But by all means, if one of you wants to take the shot and be the guy aiming for the crew, that can use your range attack instead of theirs, which is yours is going to be way better.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it take. Well, where'd you come up with the 5 crew per cannon though? I don't see that.
Well,
Usually
basically,
cannons only require a maximum of 3. 1 to load, 1 to hack, 1 to fire.
well, you have 4 cannons. That's where I'm coming up with the.
Oh, okay. So 5 to
So,
for all
if
4.
you
Okay.
would like to, as the team sniper, you may in fact wish to put a 12-pound cannon on your character sheet. Because I'm assuming your dex is way better than your fire and cruise.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they're.
The captain has only recently begun training the crew on how to be pirates.
What about, as a name for the ship, the Siren's Hope?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little. Could you repeat that?
The Siren's Hope, as a name for the ship.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty.
Okay.
At least for now. We can always change it. It's only a ship.
Well, I mean, you are a pirate, so.
What did I just say about emotional damage?
Emotional damage!
I'm just a ship.
And you all have the ability to edit the ship. So if you want to add anything to the bio and info tab, you can. And in fact, I will go in there and make a duplicate right now in case somebody screws something up. We have a duplicate of the ship. Because it's always good to have a saved backup.
Oh yeah.
It is.
As you guys have a massive shopping montage, as your guest on the ship is very excited that she will be getting new clothes and taken to where the map says that you guys need to go.
So
Map
medium
could be-
long. So it's got a weird
What's that?
thingy. Oh, the range.
Oh yeah, it's ship combat, which is slightly different.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the +2, is that on top of the dex?
No, that's your crew's dex.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's still not terrible.
I mean, the sharpshooter wants to make it way better, though.
Of course.
All
I
right.
didn't think cannons were sharpshooting weapons, though.
When your sniper gets behind the cannon, it is.
I mean, 50 cals aren't sniper weapons per se. You know, big 50 cal rifle, but they sniped with them.
That's fair.
When used correctly, they totally are.
Did that roll right? Let's see. 8 plus my proficiency.
So you rolled
Okay.
an 8 plus 5 plus 4. So plus 5 for your proficiency bonus and plus 4 for your dex bonus.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep.
And then click the damage, and holy crap. See now, just to
Nice.
give you an example, with that shot, the ship's threshold is 20, so 28 damage would hit. And there'd
Oh,
be a
nice.
huge
Okay.
explosion eating a quarter of the ship's hit points up. Because if it
Nice.
was under 20, it would just be like notches in the wood and bullets in
Okay.
the deck and not actually hurt the ship. But
Right.
see, that shot would actually be a good hit.
We
Nice.
lost at least one ship that way.
In that
So,
campaign, they had to evacuate their ship to jump on the other ship as theirs was sinking.
Yep.
And then come back and loot their ship from the bottom of the ocean.
oh no. Oh no.
It doesn't hurt when they're zombies and you just tie a rope around a zombie and throw them overboard.
That's true.
All right.
All
I think we
right.
got a plan coming together.
I think so.
And I will be adding some more info on the ship as a handout, so that way it becomes,
ship.
an easier living document, and that way our captain can put the NPCs on the ship. And
Yeah.
specific places on the boat. Is it still
boat.
the boat? It is still the boat. The ship.
Yep.
As it sounds like next time we are taking off to sea.
The only other thing I can think of, I can think of was thinking I might. I mean, 4 Marines are okay, but
And they've got pretty red armor.
I was just debating on recruiting a couple more in the time that we're getting ready or not, but I think 4 will be fine.
I mean, we've got theoretically space for 20.
Well, we're 5 with
yeah.
our guests plus our Marines, so that's 9, so that's 11 crew to run the ship.
Does she think she'd be able to help out in a crew capacity, Sarah?
She's helping out cooking. That's her job. She's learning to cook.
Did we establish that she's at least a fair passing cook?
So far,
She said she could
realize
try.
She's really good at her butchering skills. She's great with her
Yeah.
athame, cutting up meat. And she seems to be making passable food. She's not really proficient in it, but she's learning.
All right. I'm sure she can help other places if the need arises. She'll find it exciting, I'm sure. All right. Sounds like we got 3/4 of a plan.
Yeah.
At least more than 12% of a plan.
Yeah. Well, it all goes out the water or out the door when Mia comes in and decides what she wants to do.
No plan survives first contact with me. Is that what you're saying?
She's not here. I got to give her crap.
I can just see the wrinkled nose when she says Callus has been flirting with this chick. I hate her already.
Yeah, right. Right.
So now that the ship is all ship shape, if you need to do some more shopping, you guys have access to the books, so you can pick up some more stuff. Let's see. I also will throw the Ghost of Saltmarsh. It's got the naval stuff, like fighting fires as a crew and stuff like that. So I will
Nice.
put that up there to eventually load. Eventually.
There won't be any fires.
Because they do have really handy rules for group actions for putting out fires and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
really?
our captain is going to totally introduce you to the dangers of the open waters after you guys have gotten to the open waters. Right, Captain?
Nice.
Forgot about the dangers and joys of the open waters.
There's only joys. There's no dangers.
Hey, you're our expert, because, yeah, I'm kind of virgin on that. I've been a ground trooper, haven't done a whole lot of boat tripping other than, like, short jaunts, so.
Hey, well, hopefully you don't get seasick.
Why do you got to give him ammo?
Note to self: Constitution saving throw for rough waters. Since it's your
Lord.
first time in a bad storm on the open ocean, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Players are the worst on themselves.
Followed
We
by
are our own worst enemy.
everyone else in a 15-foot cone. Give me a dex saving throw. Just remember, if you puke it on the deck, you're responsible for cleaning it up.
You will
Well, if it's
be
raining hard enough, it won't
fine.
matter. All right. This should be
Just-
exciting.
Yep. So we will say that that's a good place to wrap it up there. And when we get back in August, how is August the 2nd looking for everybody?
Actually, I am going to be unavailable August the 2nd.
Mm.
How about August the
Well.
9th?
That I should be available.
So August, all I can say is maybe.
Oh, because you got the stuff coming up.
Well, I got consult the 24th of July on the shoulder surgery. So it depends on when the shoulder surgery actually is scheduled on whether or not I will be available.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that the first at least 3 to 4 days, if not the first week, I may not
Yeah, you
be
need
with
to
it,
be
depending
in,
on the meds that they're putting me on.
exactly. You need to be in recovery mode.
Well, my understanding, what I've looked online, kind of read around, about 3 days of like the heavy,
Heavy medication.
narcotics. After that, then you're into like Tylenol and ibuprofen and stuff. But so then I'll have nothing to do but sit around with my arm in a sling and play online. So, but
And speaking
I might
of play online, how's your Dune going?
good. I haven't been playing as much because it's hard to for an action game, the WSD and stuff with the left shoulder. It the angle and stuff, it gets sore and gets tired, so I can't play as much as I would like.
But
So
it's not bad on the griefers, because I was hearing that there's a lot of folks griefing in the game.
they actually modified because of a lot of complaints. So 90, I don't know, 90 some percent is PVE, and then it's basically end game. They had most of the end game big items that you needed to mine and that kind of stuff for the end game equipment was all PvP type area, but they've shrank that down to like only 50% of the area is PvP, and all items can be found even in the PvE area. It just might be a little more difficult because nobody has to fight over it. It might be somewhat difficult time-wise for timers for respawn, but nobody has to fight over it. Where
that's good.
But with player feedback, apparently they dropped it down to only 50% of that area is actual PvP. So you can do the whole game now without PvP if you choose.
I figured eventually they'd come up with
I
that
don't
option.
PvP.
Yeah, I play at it, and it's one of those things in that kind of an area, you actually have to, like in the PvP area, you have to have a guild, and you have to have coordination with ornithopters and all that stuff for attack and stuff like that. But like I said, now, so before, the only way you could get some of the end items, mining items, you had to PvP. So if you weren't a PvPer, you couldn't get that stuff unless you had a guild that could get it, but then you're not experiencing the area to get it. So now it's 50% of the area you can go without ever seeing PvP and still do all the game elements.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but it's fun. It's good. The combat works well. The play or the NPCs can be pretty tough, but not terrible if you're gearing up as you go and leveling up your abilities. So, so no, I think it's well done, and it's I think the game's got pretty good reviews and everything. So I've just not, like I said, not been able to get into it as heavy as I'd like with my, like I said, with my shoulder and stuff.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need to do is be wearing your arm out.
Yeah, well, it's hard enough to sleep with. I'm at a point with the meloxicam where it's at a dull discomfort, but still with some sharps depending on how I move or do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks, but hey.
Hey, hopefully, going under the knife is going to fix it like it needs to be doing.
I'm hoping. Just this will be my first ever general surgery, so a little scary. I've done twilight sedation for colonoscopy and stuff, but I've never done full general surgery with respirator or intubation and all that fun stuff. So
just
a little scary.
Pace yourself. Don't try to hit the ground running afterwards.
Oh no. That first 3 days or whatever they give me the narcs for, I plan on marking it up and sleeping, if possible.
Hopefully,
everything I've read.
Fingers crossed that's the game plan. Is you get to sleep through the worst of it.
Yeah, but everything I've read, I'm terrible. I'm a researcher.
Yeah.
So my understanding is, the first week or so can be quite painful. So even with the meds, so you get about 12 hours of freedom right after surgery because they apparently do a nerve block.
Okay.
And that'll last 8 to 12 hours after surgery, where like your whole arm's just dead. You're not feeling shit.
Yeah.
So you pre-prep with the meds for when that wears off. And the first 3 days you don't shower or nothing. The arm's in a not just in a sling, but it's actually strapped in place.
Yeah.
For 3 days. So before you start doing anything with it.
Hey, at least they're not putting you on a CPM unit.
CPM.
Continuous passive motion. Basically, it's
the
machine
like for
that will have you bending the arm. It'll basically bend the arm for you to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like you do knee replacement.
Yeah, like I was gonna say for a knee. Yeah.
Yeah. For work, we send a lot of those to people, and basically, it's you wake up out of surgery in this thing, and basically every so many hours you're supposed to flip it on to do its job, and it just does the motion for you, so you're not hurting your ligaments, but it's moving the joint to keep the joint working.
Yep. No, I have seen that when my aunt years ago got her surgery. I came into the room shortly after surgery, and yeah, her leg was in that, flexing it and stuff. So yeah, surprisingly with the shoulder, yeah, it's like they actually, from what I'm reading, it's like 3 days of they want it completely immobilized, and then you slowly start doing stuff.
Yeah, let the cartilage and muscles start to recoup, and then put them to work.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking like with the tendons. That's interesting. So, or the ligaments and stuff. It's like the way they repair that. Like if you have a partial thickness tear, a lot of times they'll cut through the tendon, and then they put a suture anchor drill a hole in your bone, screw an anchor into your bone with a bunch of big heavy sutures coming out, and then they give it a good yank to make sure it's holding, or if not, then they drill another hole and put it even deeper. I'm like, oh my god. And then they basically suture through the backside on the other side of this ligament, and then pull it where it's supposed to be, and then drill an anchor through the sutures into the bone. I'm like, wow. So yeah,
I was asleep for that. So
yes. They apparently can do, some places apparently do just the nerve block, and I'm like, yo, hell no. I don't want to know. I don't want a chance. Something failed. It wore off.
Yeah. I mean, they're filleting your shoulder like a fish. I don't want to feel that.
Actually, they actually shouldn't be opening me. It shouldn't be a full surgery. It should be the arthroscopic with with the holes. Yeah. So they stick rods in, and then they also stick something in, and they're pumping water in while they're working in there to open up the space. I'm like, oh, great.
Inflates like a balloon.
Yeah, I really shouldn't read all that stuff and watch videos on, but
because then you're feeling it before you're feeling it.
Yeah, but I like to know what I'm going into.
True. Yeah, especially since you got the intel ahead of time, knowing that this is what recovery is going to be like.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing.
It's
tough. What are you
going to be physically capable of afterwards?
Yeah, well, I've been playing already. It's tough. If you ever tried to just operate one-armed.
Oh yeah, you can't do jack with just one arm. And worse, stopping yourself from instinctively doing it with the wrong arm.
Yeah, well, like I said, the first several days will be strapped. So, but like just trying to go into the bathroom and pulling up your underwear and stretchy shorts on the side that you can't reach. It's like, oh, it's catching on my ass. Like, god damn it.
You need to get one of those grabber sticks. You need to get one of those wipey sticks.
So it's scary. But I'll let you know as I get closer. 24th, like I said, is when I meet, and I'll find out exactly what they're going to want to do in there. So, but just from what I can tell, it looks like it'll be, on the longer end of the surgery, because there's ligament damage, there's bone spurs, impingement. So not just going in
multiple things.
Yeah, not just grinding a couple spurs and out again.
You done fucked it up real well. Good job, sir.
Yeah, getting old doing nothing. That's the worst part. I don't even have an exciting story how I jacked up my arm. That's the sad thing.
Is where you get the repetitive injury. I mean, you're a gamer, so you're constantly using WSAD,
Yeah, but that should be the wrist or fingers, not my whole shoulder.
Hey, when I jacked up my right shoulder, I was learning how much the mouse contributes to moving that mouse back and forth, doing that back and forth motion. There's a reason why all of my computers, because had a muscle tear under the scapula, which of course they're like, you can't do anything to help that. It either heals or you pull the scapula, do more damage, and try to work on that.
Yep.
And I converted all the mice to rollerball mice just because it's easier to use the thumb than the shoulder.
Yep. So we'll see what June looks like, or August. I mean, the nice thing is probably looking at 2 to 6 weeks of vacation, sort of.
Hey, downtime at least. At least it's mental health time. Your body's going to be saying don't do jack, but...
Yeah, well, other than stressing on...
And sleeping in the recliner.
Stressing on what's breaking at work and nobody knows what to do, so...
hey, that's a future you problem. Don't pay the check twice. Seriously, I have to tell Kelly that all the time, don't I, honey?
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
See, I on the other hand am I'm prepared, so I'm okay when the world is on fire. So I'll deal with it when I got to deal with it.
I mean, the nice part is there is a national help desk there that can help them through stuff. It's just take longer than what I can get it done in.
Yeah. You can do it effectively while they have to muddle through it.
Right. They got to call somebody to walk them through, figure it out, and then possibly wait for IT or biomed to do some of the work where a lot of times I can kind of just get stuff done without pulling them in. So, but there is a support outlet for them that are experts on all the telehealth equipment. So
that's good.
Yeah. So, but it sucks when you have morals and work ethics and stuff sometimes.
And you actually worry about your job getting done.
Yeah. Other people just like, 6 weeks off, sweet.
Slam out the door saying deuces and, don't look back.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I know, I'm still stressing my time off for fireworks. I'm like, I set all my cases up, so everything should be fine. It's just a small number of shits that need to be worked with, which I basically left clear, concise directions of this is all you have to do.
Yeah.
And on the plus side, I know the adjusters that they're going to be following up with are out of office for the holidays, so...
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't even want to think about what I'm coming back to, just taking one day off.
Again, don't pay the check twice.
I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Get on your World of Warcraft.
Yeah. So thoughts on Daggerheart when you're thinking of trying to, to put something together online-wise anyways?
Yeah, I'm working on building the lobby now, so hopefully I'm thinking probably we should aim for a Sunday afternoon, because I noticed people weren't doing Saturday still for availability stuff, so either a Sunday afternoon type of thing is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Cool.
At least until I get more confirmation. But once I get more confirmation, I will spread the word.
Cool.
Just have to remember what day of the week it is. That's my weakness.
Yep.
You put it in your calendar on your phone with an alert. Come on.
Hey, I was
That's what I have to do
from you guys on Discord because Lexi was not responding on Facebook, so I'm like and then she responded this morning after I sent her a second message for happy birthday. She's like, "Yeah, it's my birthday. I'm not free today." I'm like, "Hey, I got you. It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want on your birthday."
Yeah, well, I have Discord on my phone too, so I get the alerts on phone. I get them on my computer, but
the blibbity blip.
So Sunday afternoon or?
Yeah, I'm thinking Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Because I know Kelly can't go too late, so stopping time would have to be 8 o'clock-ish, but we could aim for a 4 or 5 to 8 maybe.
Okay. So Kelly so far. What about you, Christopher? Interested?
I've heard some interest in Chris's voice there. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I am interested. I wasn't paying attention. What time date did you say?
A Sunday, maybe 4 to 8 Pacific time.
That should be doable for me. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Cute.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's well
cool.
after church, and usually we don't have much going on Sundays. So yeah,
Nice.
Occasionally a play. Or
Does your wife?
Yeah, show.
Does your wife play at all? Anything?
No, I mean,
What?
I'll ask her if she's interested.
Just just a thought. Make it a family. Oh, husband-wife game. then she can't be like, oh, he's playing another game.
I mean, she's not typically like that, but I mean, I can.
Is she more of the, oh, thank God he's playing another one of his silly games? So
Right?
I
Just
had
a
a
thought.
like
will
that
see.
years ago. It was like, good, you're playing your silly game. I can read a book.
Yeah, I mean, she normally does not enjoy that kind of thing, but then again, she hasn't necessarily
Had
had a lot of, but she has not expressed a huge interest.
Okay. Just
So,
throwing out a thought.
I mean,
No. Cool.
I will invite her and see what she says.
New blood.
You never know, she might.
I gotta find that link again.
If it helps with, it's very Powered by the Apocalypse in regards to if there's a missing player, the game can still happen.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the way they did short and long rests because they literally just kept the names, so that way people get them. But when you take a short or long rest, there's a certain number of resources you get back, so you can like heal 1 armor or heal some hit points. Or the really cool thing is, if say you sacrifice a lot of your armor to keep from dying, because every time you sacrifice armor, it reduces the damage that you take.
Oh, nice.
Think of it as like classic 80s games where your armor's breaking off on the hit, so the armor takes the hit, like in Dragon Band.
Mm-hmm.
And during your long and short rest, you can repair that shit. The nice thing is, you can repair other people's shit. So if, say, you made it out of that fight unscathed and no hit points lost, you can actually opt to do something else for somebody else. And there's even one if, because you have armor points, hit points, and stress. Stress is like the mana, or like in stress in Genesis system. You can actually choose to have a caring bonding moment with a friend to give hope to each other because you share a buddy cop moment where you're sitting together talking about a thing. And you have to basically describe what is this thing that the two of you shared together to get hope. So you can basically get juice for the future and the next, encounter.
Huh.
Because a lot of the uber cool abilities use hope as the energy or the meta currency. And of course, one thing I love as a GM, because with Genesis, you use the dark side points. In this game, every time your players take a long rest, the GM gets fear points. So if your group keep taking naps in the middle of the adventure, it's actually giving the GM more currency to use against you. So while you're recuperating, the GM's stockpiling points.
I mean, that makes sense, because if you're resting, so are the bad guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, while you're out there in the field, danger is lurking in the horizon. Yes. And one thing I'm not sure how well it works, but in the game it uses the same Genesis popcorn initiative, except the GM technically does not get a turn until either he spends a fear point to say, fuck you, I'm taking a turn. Or someone rolls with fear. So even if you roll to attack a creature and you succeed, but you rolled with fear, the GM now gets to take a turn.
Huh.
And some of the big solo bad guys have a feature that lets the GM spend fear multiple times to let them take multiple actions. So it can be like the ogre gets to smash one person and smash another person.
Ogres are wont to do.
Yeah. And one of the big, pitfalls that I've heard from a lot of folks that haven't played Power by the Apocalypse of Genesis, where you make shit up, pull shit out of your ass and fight, is just don't be a dick and just use all your fear points to do that. Use your fear points for other stuff. Which, like I was joking, for a couple of GMs I was talking to that have only played D&D, I'm like, this is going to be the hard thing for you. Watch videos on Genesis and Star Wars, because using threat and advantage that's the mechanic. And a lot of people stumble with that whole, oh crap, I failed, but I did something good or something bad happens. What do I do? It's that hard spot of making something up on the fly.
Yeah.
Which I can totally see some GMs should be doing, like little cheat sheets for their players of like, here are suggestions on what to spend your stuff on. Hope, thankfully, you can spend really quick, because anytime you aid someone, it's basically you just spend a hope and you give them advantage. Or if you do the team up, one of you guys spends 3 hope and you do your thing. And a lot of the different abilities is like, spend 2 hope and do blah blah blah.
That's nice and easy.
Yeah. If you've ever played 4th edition, a lot of their ability cards are like the encounter or utility spells from 4th edition D&D.
Oh, really?
And as you get higher up in level, there's actually a refresh cost to bring it back into play if it's a do this once per day type of power. So you can actually spend a currency to plop it back out of your use pile to it's a fresh ability.
Nice. And so I'm looking here. So I just posted on Discord under Daggerheart the Demi-Plane Nexus for Daggerheart. Yeah. So it looks like it's got Bard, Druid, Guardian, Ranger, Rogue, Seraph, Sorcerer, Warrior, and Wizard.
Yeah, your Seraph is a very paladin or combat clarity, and you get wings.
And you get,
and you get wings.
I don't think they all had wing. There's like an option, I think. I glanced through that.
Yeah, there's the Vengeance one or the Angelic one.
Yeah.
So you can basically have the old 3rd edition D&D Inquisitor. So you can go Vengeance for Inquisition, or the Healy Helpy Paladin.
Yep. So it looks like for the library, if you want the actual core book, you do have to pay for it through Demi-Plane. But you can get the character builder without the book.
And I still got to make some characters to see if I'm able to make a character, and then in Roll20 give someone else permission to play the character, because that could be a good workaround for that. That's the one I was looking at, like in the D&D games, where I can make the character for you with the character master because I have the purchase, versus you have so many limitations put on you.
Yeah, I don't know, because I created, briefly I was playing with it, I created a sorcerer using the character. Without buying the book, I was able to create a full character.
And since we're talking about leveling up, I'll totally throw that out in the Roll20 chat.
And it seems creation and level up section. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they need yours or if that can bring mine. I mean, just like I said, I don't have it linked or anything, but it. I did create an account.
I will totally load in the pre-gen characters, because they're actually pretty good pre-gens. Like the rogue that gets a shadow step. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is funny how I've listened to a bunch of people complain about in Daggerheart, if you're stealth, you're stealth. There's just no worried about bad guys going to walk over and see you. If you stealth, you're hidden until you choose to reveal yourself, or someone does something to justify the narrative why you're unstealth. Because some of the rogues are saying, wow, this is OP, I can do this thing, and as long as I'm away from them, I'm stealthed. Because there's this one rogue build where if you play a satyr who has a cool racial ability that lets them hit you, they hit a bad guy, and either the bad guy goes flying or the satyr goes flying, like it's a jump kick, a kung fu kick where you jump and go flying off into the distance. And if you go to shadow spec, all you have to do is land in a shadow. Then you can, for free, teleport to any shadow you can see from there.
Yeah, I read that on there. I was like, what the heck?
Once you're in a shadow, you automatically become cloaked, which is an upgraded version of stealth. So your character can literally whack a guy, disappear, teleport, and be off the map where he doesn't know. And I'm like, why are you complaining about that? That's roguing like a fucking boss. Don't be afraid of your players having cool OP abilities. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks pretty usable, and without the book, looks like you can create a full character. So.
And if you just Google Daggerheart SRD, they've got 170 pages of the actual book available as free SRD.
Yeah, I got something downloaded, so.
And if you go to daggerheart.com on the resources page, they let you download all the cards, all of the abilities. The only thing they're missing is the artwork.
Yeah, this does everything. Short rest, what are you doing? Tend to wounds, clear stress, repair armor, prepare. And long rests aren't forever, like in a certain game that won't be mentioned?
No, it's not like Runes of Symbaroum where the long rest is a 2-week break.
Yeah.
In a safe
Runes.
place.
Have you played that or seen that at all?
No.
Christopher? Yeah. No. There is no short. I mean, a long rest is ridiculous. Even a short rest isn't a short rest as normal.
Back. Yeah. In Runes of Symbaroum, it's basically Free League Symbaroum game made for D&D. They basically took their Symbaroum and converted it to 5th edition. But they've changed things like a short rest, you get a lot less back. On a long rest, you get to spend some hit dice and maybe shave off some temporary corruption. And it takes 2 weeks in civilization in a safe place to get an extended rest, which is pretty much a regular D&D long rest.
Wow.
Because the game is meant to be a grind, a horrible character builder.
And hardly any healing of any kind.
Yeah, healing is mitigated. Basically, it's meant to be a slog for players. You don't want to get hurt because you're going to be paying for it for a very long time. They're basically trying to make it the dark, grim, and dirty. Everything is corruptive. It's a very Witcher the books and Grim Tales kind of D&D game.
Yeah, it's rough.
Where the elves want to kill all the humans because humans are being stupid. The elves tell the humans, stop doing magic, it's bad, and the humans keep doing it.
I mean, humans aren't my favorite, but...
Mm-hmm. And in this setting, the humans are like, we come for the church. We are right in what we do for the church.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think I've only once, or a very small handful of times, have I ever played like a human. Almost always. It's fantasy. Why play human? That's what I do every day.
You have access to the entire multiverse. Why would you play what you can do on a daily basis?
Right.
I do roleplay a fully functional adult at work often.
Right. Sometimes roleplay isn't all that well. So
some days you just gotta throw the D20 away.
It's like, okay, look like you're really into being here today. 1. All right, that went well.
Today's a day where I snarl at everyone. But that's good, because they stay away.
I mean that's actually a in some cases a normal human. I mean,
Right? Yeah. So yeah, it. But the game looks cool though. Guitar, and yeah, this game has a bunch of races. So like,
Oh
I was
yeah,
playing
it's
around.
like
I made a Qatari sorcerer, so basically a cat person, just
that's
to play with
adorable.
the just to play with the character creator.
Mm-hmm. I love how people are like, "Hey, there's no bird species." So somebody already made up a bird species. They on the if you go to their daggerheart.com on the void, that's where they're
Uh huh.
playtesting things. They've already got the elemental species. So you now have your basically your D&D Gensai, your earth, water, air, fire.
Oh,
So
was
the
there not a?
gentle.
I
What's
thought
that?
there was. I must have missed it. I thought there was a bird character, but maybe I missed it. I'll have to look.
And of course, with the character blending, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The frog ability is kind of nuts.
I don't know if I saw that. I saw it, but yeah, you can be a frog. I'm like, what the
Mm-hmm.
heck?
And you have a tongue attack.
Oh, jeez.
Ribbit.
so like Toad in the X-Men.
Yep.
Hmm. Except more real frog looking.
Yep. More like tree frog. But then again, that's the beauty of the game is they're all about you just reskin it. Okay, it's a toad instead of a frog. Or like I was
Frog
joking with
guy.
because you can blend races, and they even in the book give you some pictures of like, hey, you want the creatures from God, brain's not working. The TV show Last of Us. You can take a
Oh,
human and the fungus person and pick which one of the two
oh,
fungus powers you want, and take the opposite human one. There's your fungal people. And like I was joking, it's like so if you want a snapping turtle, you take the dragon folks and the turtle folks and combine those, and you now have a snapping turtle.
hmm,
You know, because that way you get
nice.
the AC from the dragon and the turtle's shell, because the turtle gets to retract into its shell as protection.
Right.
The turtle.
Yeah. So yeah, if you go to that link and yeah, I did create an account. It's real simple to create an account, and you can play around with the different character classes and
Mm.
heritages and all that stuff.
Just one thing I was told on the Nexus, if you make a character, start at level 1 and level up manually. Because if you like
Ah,
say level 6 and you start, it has problems making choices. In regards
yeah.
to
Okay.
sometimes there's like tiers, so it won't like pull all your data correctly unless you go step by step by step, which that just makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a clank, which is clanks are sentient mechanical
Mm-hmm.
beings.
Or it could be magical golems. That's the beauty of the
Yeah.
reskinning. There's all the options of it could be a golem made of clay. That's a thing.
Uh, I think. Here we go. Now I'm seeing it. So clank is I have to unlock that.
Oh,
Dracona. Dracona resemble wingless dragons, dwarves, elves, fairy. Fairies are winged humanoid creatures with insectile features. Fawn. So fawns resemble humanoid goats.
mm-hmm.
Furbolg.
They're turning
Um,
Furbolg into minotaurs, basically.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah, that's a bovine humanoid.
Yeah,
Broad nose and yeah, interesting. I was thinking Furbolg, the giant type.
yeah. The nature say, but they're taking Furbolg into a more minotaur kind of way.
Yep. Fungril resemble
Mm-hmm.
humanoid mushrooms. Galapas resembling anthropomorphic turtles. Giants,
Fungus might be fun.
right?
Mm-hmm. The fungals have a
Giants,
cool
goblins.
power that lets them communicate that if they take a moment and like send their tendrils into the earth, they can communicate with any other of their species. So of course you could totally have like in your setting, there's 3 different clans of fungals, spread around.
Yeah. Infernus, humanoids who possess sharp canine teeth, pointed ears, and horns. Oh, and horns. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Hellhound, kind of.
Yeah. I was thinking with Kelly with the fungrels, I could totally see a fungrel telegraph network.
Oh, yeah.
Pay the mushroom to communicate across the country to their friend.
Nice. Qatari orcs ribbits, which is your frog.
Yep.
And then the simia, which is a anthropomorphic monkey.
The monkey
and apes. Yep.
So the
So
nice thing is they're like flavor texted however you want, which really does. I mean, just like in Powered by the Apocalypse, when it's more of the GM is asking, the player, hey, from your point of view, what is XYZ? And that's part of the fiction now.
Okay. Yeah, so ancestry, the simia, the ribbit, simia, orc, infernus, halflings, goblins, galapa, fungaril, furbolg, fawn, dwarf, dracana, and clanks. You have to buy the core book off of Nexus to unlock those. So basically, without the core book, you get elf, fairy, a giant, human, Qatari, and ribbit without unlocking.
Okay. I mean, that's not a bad introduction.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean it's an interesting mix, considering I'm like, wait, goblins are locked down, like, and halflings, like what?
Yeah.
You would think those would be some of the basics, but no, you get a ribbit without the book. But I mean, the core book's $35.
Yeah, and in the pre-gen adventure, I think all of those races you said are all the characters in the pre-gen, so it makes me wonder if those were the ones they already had written down and
Probably.
these are the races. So anything extra is coming last minute.
Yep. And then choose a community. So you got ancestry and then community, and then it's the same thing. So you get highborn, loreborn, ridgeborn,
University.
Yeah, ridgeborn, slyborn, underborn, and wildborn unlocked, and wanderborn, seaborn, orderborn are locked. So
yeah, orderborn is your religious caste, and underborn is the only one that gives you the equivalent of dark vision, by the way. No one has dark vision except for the underborn who live underground.
Doesn't matter the ancestry, huh? Okay.
As there was that joke of, so did Darrington Press get tired of people all screaming out, I have dark vision?
I mean, at a certain point, everyone except humans has dark vision, I think.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, so Slyborn. Being part of a Slyborn community means you come from a group that operates outside the law, including all manner of criminals, grifters, and con artists. Scoundrels have an advantage on rolls to negotiate with criminals, detect lies, or find a safe place to hide.
Mm-hmm. And one thing from the GM point of view I love is they've actually written down campaign frames. So the game doesn't really have a setting. It has a bunch of campaign frames, which is basically your spiel to sell to your players on this is what the magic world is, this is the special rules, and here is the idea and theme behind the world. So that way, it's a quick, concise, get you started in your campaign and go.
And build it as it.
Yeah. And then as you're asking questions, it's your characters, so from your point of view, it's sort of like, any Powered by the Apocalypse book, they tell you, don't come to the table with the campaign ready. Let the players fill in the gaps.
And say how very
That's cool.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was just to say how very powered by the apocalypse of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot like Darrington Press's Candela Obscura. It's basically Blades in the Dark and Powered by the Apocalypse, you know. So you can totally tell two of the writers behind their books likes Powered by the Apocalypse games because it gives you that creative. We don't have to micromanage every attack. We can just do one roll mostly to get it all knocked out, except for combat. Which in Daggerheart, they make you go back to, okay, you're attacking the creature. Each attack is its own roll. Or sort of like Avatar too, where they do, except they do the mini card game in combat, which I do love that game. The Kung Fu cards is really great. Especially when you get a team of players when they've gotten used to the game, and they're like, I'm going to go for the defense to protect you guys. And the other person's like, I'm going to deny him his retreat next to the attack. And you guys all like tag up on the big bad and do your different moves in different ways.
So, kind of cool. I like the ancestries. So
yeah, the way they broke it down to your ancestry and your community are your background is a really good system. And
it looks like, each thing gives you something.
Yeah, it gives you some cool benefits.
So you could be whatever and then have underground contacts even though you're not a rogue type or something, so.
And then each class gets an ability, and then each class gets to pick from one or two variants of that class. And then when it comes to your abilities, as you level up, you have two schools of thoughts, like bone and script, basically physical fighting or knowledge skills, and you get to pick your abilities from those two schools. So you have 6 abilities between those two schools to pick the 2 that you want. So it does give a lot of, versatility. And another, just like any Powered by the Apocalypse game, it gives a good reason to be as a group when you session 0 that shit, because you don't want people all going out and making their own stuff and you end up getting a lot of overlap, unless you want a lot of Alpha Strike overlap. Because you can have a bard and a mage that share a school and have access to the same abilities. And when it comes to bad guys, they split up the adversaries just like Star Wars or 4th edition did, where you have minions that it's like one shot and they die, which is nice.
Right.
But then again, you also have like leaders that this NPC is fighting you guys, and the GM can spend a fear to, at very far range, a minion group spawns and comes towards you guys. So the leader says, "Back up!" and minions group pops up out of nowhere at the very far distance.
Nice.
And of course, if you're a GM that's milked 8 fear, you can just keep doing that and spawning and sending. But
oh my gosh,
each one of those actions is a fear. So it's one of those of I spawn a group and I attack because I have the ability to do 2 actions.
Wow. Yeah. Choose your description for your character. Clothes that are, eyes like, body that's, the color of, attitude like.
It's very Powered by the Apocalypse, where it's a circle the word, the adjective that you like, which is nice.
Yep.
Alrighty, I gotta jump off. Got to make sure Kelly eats something because I don't think she's eaten today yet.
Get her in WoW. She'll never get to it.
I'm sure she's already in the WoW.
All right. Good seeing y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
See you next time.
See ya. Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.